Now it's time to have a look at the financial statements of a company. Financial statements tell a story of a company over a period of time. The story will tell you whether the company has been successful and is making a profit, or if they are struggling and incurring losses. During the first 5 weeks of our Accounting 100 class, we have talked about the accounting process, beginning with analyzing transactions. Here are the steps in the accounting process. The first 2 steps: analyze the transactions and post them into the financial records using journal entries, and then posting them into the specific detailed accounts in the general ledger. Then, those general ledger accounts become the trial balance when the fiscal period ends. This could be a month ending, quarter ending, or a year end. At the year end, the accountant examines the balances in the trial balance and prepares the necessary adjusting entries. As you continue your accounting education, you will spend more time in financial and managerial accounting learning about adjusting journal entries. Once they're posted, you will have an adjusted trial balance. This trial balance is the basis to prepare your financial statements. There are 3 financial statements discussed here: the income statement, retained earnings statement, and the balance sheet. Your textbook also introduces you to the statement of cash flows. The 3 financial statements must be prepared in this order. If you are using accounting software such as QuickBooks, the retained earnings statement is automatically prepared based on the transactions recorded and their corresponding accounts. But we will discuss it here so you can see the interrelationship between all 3 statements. We always start with the official list of all the accounts used by the company. This is called the chart of accounts, and they are always listed in the order shown here by type. The first financial statement to be prepared is the income statement, also known as the profit and loss statement. Remember, we can use these terms interchangeably. Essentially, the income statement shows all the revenues or sales made by the company, less all the expenses, including cost of goods sold, to arrive at net income or net loss. This PowerPoint shows the financial statements for our example company, ABC Corporation. The first thing you do is prepare the header for the statement. Take your time to study how each of these statements is prepared. Follow the slides and be sure to stop the slide to have an opportunity to pay close attention to what is happening in the preparation process. Here's an example of a retained earnings statement. If this is a brand new company, the beginning retained earnings will start with 0. Then the net income from the income statement will be added to the beginning retained earnings, and any payments made to stockholders or owners would be subtracted. In this case, we're using a corporation as an example, so we will subtract the dividends. That will give you the ending retained earnings. Take your time and stop the PowerPoint when necessary over the next few slides so you can understand how this statement is prepared. Here we are at the third financial statement, the balance sheet. This is my personal favorite. The balance sheet shows the financial position of the company at a point in time. In our example, it is the last day of the year. And you will recognize that it represents the fundamental accounting equation. Assets equals liabilities plus stockholders' equity. Again, follow the next few slides so you can carefully study the preparation of the balance sheet. You can stop the PowerPoint at each slide. All three of our financial statements are interrelated. We saw how net income was included on the retained earnings statement, and now we can see here on the balance sheet that the ending retained earnings from the retained earnings statement is posted to the equity section of our balance sheet. Here's an example of our sample company, ABC Corporation's balance sheet at December 31st. Please note that the total assets, $23,200, equals the total of the liabilities and stockholders' equity of $23,200. We know our balance sheet is in balance. Woohoo! Now we are finished preparing the formal financial statements for the ABC Corporation. After you studied this PowerPoint and read the Chapter 6, be sure to go back to the Assignments tab to locate the Cool Beans assignment and enjoy preparing a financial statement on your own.